O.J. Simpson is to be paroled after serving 9 years in prison, and he will be released on October 1st. Now, when I look at O.J. Simpson, I look at a story of a person that was extremely talented, both as a physical standpoint and a mental standpoint. Very talented person, but I also see him to be a complete scumbag. When I look at him, what he did and how he got away with murdering Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman, it's just completely insane and mind-boggling. I mean, 20 or so more years ago, when he did that terrible act, it just felt as if that he's of course going to be put in prison, but he ended up getting, let's just say, he got off scot-free right there. But eventually he had to pay a civil case of $33 million to the Goldman family. And when I look at O.J. Simpson, this guy really should be behind bars. There's no explanation why this guy's after it. The only explanation I do have, though, is the fact about his charisma. That's the only reason why he's here right now, because of his BS charisma. And I look at O.J. Simpson, how he got away with it. He's a mockery to charismatic people, because the fact is, he used his charisma to get away with everything. That's how he used it. He used his charisma to get out of his court trial, because people freaking loved OJ. And do I really blame him? Am I saying that he's a likable guy? Hell yeah, he's a likable guy. But just because he's likable doesn't necessarily mean he's good. Technically, this might sound fucked up, but Adolf Hitler was technically a charismatic guy. Look how he turned out. He was very fucked up. More fucked up than OJ Simpson. But the fact is, when you look at charisma and whatnot, people just don't understand morals. They will put charisma over morals. And I know that sounds insane, but it is true. People like charismatic people. They do. They will put a charismatic person over the moral person. Simply the fact that they like the other person more. That's just the idea of just having that charisma right there. Is it BS? Yeah, it is big BS. And that's unfortunately the part of human nature right there. And so, when I look at this, the fact that he's getting paroled after a terrible parole hearing, usually parole people would say, I understand about what I did, and all he had to do, he didn't even have to mention about him killing Nicole Brown or killing Ron Goldman. He never had to bring it up. He just had to talk about stealing merchandise. All he had to say was, well, I felt that wasn't the best decision. I definitely made a big bad mistake right there. Even though I felt it was mine, it still wasn't right, and I could have handled it in a different manner and whatnot. That would have been a much better parole here than completely denying the fact that video evidence of you in that Las Vegas hotel doing a fucking kidnapping right there. And when I look at that, the fact that he gets another chance out of it just because of his freaking charisma is just absolutely asinine. And I hate it how celebrities, I feel as if they get away with a lot of stuff. There's this one celebrity named Polanski. He's on trial for like child rape and or something regards of something sexual with children, and that's extremely fucked up. And when I look at that and think to myself that the fact that this guy's still not in prison is just absolutely insane. And this is just the thing when it comes to celebrities. And O.J. Simpson, it's just, you completely wasted your freaking talent. Yeah, sure, you went to the NFL. Yeah, sure, if you didn't do those horrible acts, you would be in the Hall of Fame and people would remember you in a lot nicer light. But the fact is that your charisma, you use that as power and you use that for evil. It's just absolutely insane. This guy should be rotting in hell right now. I know he's 70 years old, and I know he's not getting up there, but the fact that he is O.J. Simpson, the fact is he is still going to probably succeed. The fact that, because he has the social skills, to succeed. People just go like, oh, it's O.J. Simpson, just hang out. Trust me, people are fucked up like this. There's a celebrity in Japan. I know it's a different country, but in Japan, they have a celebrity who basically got away with cannibalism. He was caught doing cannibalism, obviously, but he didn't serve any punishment out of it. So just look at the idea of getting famous and all that. O.J. Simpson has that, and the fact is that he's going to go back to Florida, I believe. I believe that's the state, and that's the state where he was originally was from. I believe, and I just think that is just so messed up that he just gets to go out here. And the fact is, even though the guy's talented, even though he is likable, this does not make him above everyone else. No, another news just on the couple NFL. Keenan Allen looks like he's good, just like what he was before his ACL injury, according to reports. Now, when I look at this, I think Keenan Allen is a big difference maker between if the Chargers can or cannot make the playoffs. Also, a big difference maker whether the Chargers can or cannot make the playoffs is depending on how well does the AFC West do, because that AFC West division stacked. A lot of people like the Chiefs. I'm not as high on the Chiefs. Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders are a great team, and the Denver Broncos just won a Super Bowl 2 seasons ago. So you can't rule them out. And I just look at Keenan Allen. He's a big difference maker, big weapon right there that you can rely on. He can definitely be very helpful, and I think Melvin Gordon for the Chargers is going to go off. And when I look at that, I just feel to myself that the Chargers should be better than they actually are. The issue is they play in such a hard division that they really just can't succeed. Now, when I look at Trey Turner, he got a 4-year contract extension right after Michael Orr was cut from the team. Now, Michael Orr was cut to the team because of the physical. It's not because of the Uber driver thing. It was according to it was the physical. That's the report. Is it because of the Uber driver thing? It could be, but ideally it was considered just to be the physical. Now, when you also look at this, I feel first-round picks are getting a lot more money because the Chiefs signed Mahomes to a $16.4 million rookie contract. Who got that contract? Andrew Luck coming out of college. Do you know why Andrew Luck got that out of college? Because he's talented and polished. Patrick Mahomes is just talented right now. If he doesn't polish himself up, he's just a Jay Cutler 2.0. Nothing really big right there. And also, same thing with the Jets. They agreed to terms with Adams with $22.3 million, which sounds like a ton of money, which is for especially for a safety that was drafted 6th overall, I want to say, on top of my head. So when I look at this, first round picks are getting paid a lot of money. Now, Ezekiel Elliott is just not helping the Cowboys' reputation of being a team full of criminals, and Ezekiel Elliott, yeah, sure, there isn't really evidence. Sure, he doesn't get caught, but the issue is this feels like it's repetitive over and over again. Is he going to be suspended? I think he's going to be suspended maybe 1 or 2 games. I don't think the other thing will tack onto it, this recent thing with the bar fight, since there's no evidence against that. So when I look at this, I just don't think that won't happen. That it won't be a 4-game suspension probably, even though I thought it was going to be. I don't think so. And then the Cardinals re-signed Chris Johnson to a 1-year deal. I'm just thinking to myself, this guy still plays. And Chris Johnson's a cool running back. He's the one last true speed running back. I just think on top of my head that was a star. But right now he's just kind of a backup, which is kind of lame. But hey, that's what happens when you get to a certain old age. Also, Justin Durant, who I made my video on the top remaining free agents. Some of those free agents are already done. You can click and I'll share the link in the description, like all the articles I'm looking at right now at NFL.com. And also, the Cowboys basically signed veteran linebacker Justin Durant. He made the top 100 in 2015. This adds a lot of linebacker depth to the Dallas Cowboys, and that's a team that parted away with a lot of members of their defense. They parted away with Terrence McClain, parted away with Morris Claiborne, parted ways with Brandon Carr, and Barry Church. So that's 4 starting defenders that they just cut loose. And when I look at this, I just look to this thing and think to myself that the NFL, we're definitely in the days where it's the dog days of the NFL. But overall, I'm thinking about maybe doing some things that are a little bit off topic, maybe more gaming related, and also I might do some things more fantasy football related to help you guys out. Alright, thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.